like the idea of plastic.
Introducing new Aerowax with 50% more plastic.
Because when you poured water on it, it fizzed and grew into a soft drink so thick and cold, you had to eat it with a spoon.
What?
Want a good deal?
Deal?
Everybody loves a brim.
I didn't think a dryer could be this fast.
That something keeps us going.
And you can't make it through the night if you don't have some kind of light that's showing. Anyone in there?
Ozone Fluid Net, the hairdresser's hairspray in the pink and gray can.
Okay. Things are happening. Things are happening. It's Monday. Because things are happening. Hi, everybody. Getting some last minute things set up because that's what I do.
Look,
Had
I don't know
to,
who you are or how you got into
one
my
last
house,
thing before I
but
got
you
started.
take your coffee and leave, okay?
It's Monday. Hope you're all having a wonderful time. Wonderful day. Spring break for a lot of people, which is weird that there's a spring break thing happening because there's still a pandemic, people. Let's not forget this.
Harvey, want anything special for your birthday?
Just a decent cup of coffee.
You gotta keep living through that pandemic, y'all. It means living safely. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome aboard the Soul Train. Why do I do that every once in a while? It doesn't make any sense for me to do that, but I do. So, hey everybody, welcome. Tonight is a night of hanging out and chatting. Because it's what I do. It's what I do on Monday nights. It actually is great because it gives Elizabeth some time to, do stuff. I think she feels a little bit like she's gotta, do something with me all the time, and sometimes she doesn't really want. She's like, oh, I'd rather do this instead. This is her chance to just do that. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. The basis of a strong and healthy marriage long term is to give your wife space. Just say do your thing. Do your thing. Hello, Dark Man. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Hope you're having a wonderful day. How are you doing, Dark? How's life treating you? I'm really struggling right now because so we got us a quiche Lorraine for dinner. Really good, super rich, so I had to get some dessert after that, and I got some pastries down at the local grocery. And I'm really struggling, not just chowing down on these pastries right now. I got a Runeberg cake and a chocolate bouchon. The chocolate chip cookie's already gone, but there's still a Runeberg cake and a chocolate bouchon like 2 feet away. Like it's actually a couple of inches away from my hand. It is really hard to not dig in. Anyways. Hey, homie, what's going on? Ooh. Already leaving work. That's nice. Been okay, homie. It's been a fun week. Fun. Yeah, it's been a fun week. I will say it's been a fun week. Oh, I couldn't resist him. I watched him while I was walking John Oliver. Or wait, I ate it while I was watching John Oliver. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's been a fun week. And see, here's the difference. There's such a huge difference in me from 2 years ago to where I am right now. By my definition of fun, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. As to what I would consider fun. A fun week. Last week was a fun week because Caden took his afternoon nap all by himself 3 days in a row. That is a fun week for me. It's the little things in life. I mean, who knew that I would get really excited about the fact that my toddler can sleep by himself for a while? The little boy he wants to do his own thing. Oh, yeah, homie. I have a weakness for chocolate. Here's the thing, though. Well, it's got to be good chocolate. I have a weakness for good chocolate. And I'm a little bit... So I have this feeling, it's a thing. I think American chocolate kind of sucks. Like if you get chocolate that's from Europe, there's some good stuff. I mean, that is some good quality chocolate. I will eat that stuff all day. If you hand me a bar of Hershey's chocolate, I'll be like, so I'm a little bit of a snob. I love chocolate. I just am a snob about it. I shouldn't be, but I am a snob about it. It's really hard not to, though. Like, the same bar, like, it'll have the same name. It's the same frickin' bar. One that's made in the U.S. tastes like crap compared to one that's made in the EU. I don't know what it is. I have ideas, but I don't have enough knowledge to verify those ideas. But man, I've become a snob. Of course, baked goods, they're always going to be good because there's so much other stuff in there. Our local bakery down the road, they have a cupcake called the Mud Pie. I would kill for the Mud Pie. Chocolate cake with an espresso buttercream and chocolate ganache. Holy crap. You don't even know. So good. Oh. Yes, homie, I agree. White chocolate is a lie. White chocolate is a lie. Lies and broken dreams are the best description of white chocolate ever. That should be like on a t-shirt. I'm going to write that down, and I might make a t-shirt out of it. I'm having to move my pastries, which is making it really hard to do this. White chocolate tastes like lies and broken dreams. Or maybe I put it on like a bar of white chocolate, like it's a bar of white chocolate. Tastes like lies and broken dreams. I like that better. On bar of white chocolate. I'd fucking buy that shirt. I haven't bought any new shirts in over a year because of this pandemic. It's like, what? I'm in the house. I'm not buying any shirts. So all my shirts are getting pretty old and ragged. I should just start designing my own shirt, printing it out, and getting it. That to me sounds like how my wardrobe should be. Because that's how you get high quality clothes. Make your own. Ooh. But I like the idea of that. Homie, if I end up doing that, we'll see if I can get you one. See if I can send you a shirt. Or maybe I put it up on the store. Maybe I put it up on the store and be like, hey, here's a shirt. Get the shirt. I hate every time I cover up the blue sign, the white balance changes. Do you guys notice this? Okay, so there's certain white balance. Then I move my arm. I'm green. I'm normal. Come on, camera, and your auto white balance. Get it straight. Get it freaking straight. Anyways, chocolate. Chocolate is amazing. White chocolate is lies and broken dreams. Best description of white chocolate ever. I really do want it. Maybe that's the stream tonight. Maybe I open up Photoshop, and the entire time on Photoshop, I'm just making an image of a bar of white chocolate, and it's just like, I'll call it like Homie Nights white chocolate, and then underneath it, for the little tagline, tastes like lies and broken dreams. I don't know. Oh, homie, thanks so much for the super chat. Thanks so much. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. That people don't understand how much that means for a tiny little streamer like me that's got like 4 people watching. So I really do appreciate it, homie. You're the best around. I should have a sound file that I can just hit that says, you're the best around. But then you'd miss out on me singing, you're the best around. And that's, I don't know if that's worth it. It's probably not worth it. In the grand scheme of things, I'm guessing you would probably want to hear an actual piece of music. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you what your preferred form of entertainment is. But I'm saying I could do Twitch sings, y'all. I'm just saying. I could do it. I wouldn't. Because I don't know how to change keys appropriately for my voice. My voice is lower than most of the songs that I know. So it's really hard for me to like, okay, I love that song. I can sing that song in a key of... hell, I don't know. How do I do that? How do I change a Billy Joel song that I know a lot of into a key that I can actually sing? I don't know. Who's a musician out here? Teach me. What key do I sing in? How do I know what key I sing in? Do I need to keep learning piano? I bought a keyboard so I could learn piano for Caden, so I could help Caden learn how to play instruments. I have not touched the thing in over a year because it's sitting upstairs and we use the iPad that I have the tutorials on for his baby monitor now. We originally had a baby monitor, but it wasn't working, so we had to switch to something that works on our internet, and then we just had it into an iPad. So I never use the iPad. That's an excuse. I could take it and then set it up at night, whatever, but it's an excuse I'm sticking with for now. I don't know. Twitch things shut down. Dark. Oh, fuck. I will never be able to do it again. Hey, Biscuit, what's going on? Well, homie, I'm glad that you're able to hang out and just watch some. I appreciate it. It's always nice to have friendly faces and familiar faces pop in and say hello. Biscuit, as always, back in. Just missed the huge chocolate conversation and the fact that Twitch Things is shut down. See, this is what you get for not streaming for a year. You miss all the news. Of course, I can't say I haven't been streaming for a year now because I've been streaming for like a month. So I can't really say that anymore. I'm streaming again. I don't know. Biscuit, how do you feel about white chocolate? That's the question of the day. Not the question of the day. The question of the past 15 minutes and maybe another 5 more before I move on to something else. How do you feel about white chocolate? I feel like I'm talking really fast too. I don't even have that much caffeine in my system. I went on a thing where I didn't drink any coffee for like 3 days. My stomach wasn't feeling great. I was like, I'm just going to not drink coffee. Yesterday I had another coffee for the first time, and then I've got another coffee now. I'm talking really fast. Ooh. Biscuit, stop what you're doing. Rewind the discussion because I feel I've either got a really shitty memory or I've missed something. Something relatively important. Did you lose a toe? Things I never thought I would say on stream. Did you lose a toe? And I'm waiting. Biscuit, there's a story involved here. You can't just say yes. There's like, we must elaborate on this. There needs to be some elaboration. You know, I don't know the Houston area that much, homie, but I do know that it's like, well, here's what I know about the Houston area. Traffic sucks, and it takes forever to cross town. So I'm not surprised that it takes you an hour to get anywhere in Houston. Doesn't surprise me at all. I complain about Austin traffic because it takes me 20 minutes to get across town. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. 20 minutes to cross town when there's no traffic. When there is traffic, 45 minutes an hour. So I get it. The white chocolate. They're like, you had too much white chocolate. We're going to have to take that toe. Holy shit, Biscuit. Seriously? I am going to sit here for a minute and just try to process what I've just said. Playing with a piece of dry skin, pulled too deep in the middle of a corn, and you lost your toe because of that. I'm assuming that there was an infection involved. Like, it's not like there's like a zip tie or something on there where you just like pull too deep on a corn and it's like pop, oh, it fell off. I'm assuming that there was some type of infection involved after the fact. Like, the proximate cause was an infection, but what led to the infection was digging on the thing. Am I correct? Because if there was no infection involved and you just like pop, like opening up a thing of, I don't know, protein bars or something like that. Protein bars? Do those even pop? Those don't pop. What pops? Like those little packs of applesauce. You know, you squirt. Bandage caused the corn to moisten up and it peeled away and got infected, which led to blood infection. Oh, yes, Biscuit. Okay, now it's making sense. Holy shit, Biscuit. Oh, God. I am sorry that you had to deal with that, but I'm glad it's taken care of because blood infections can be bad, dude. That stuff can get systemic and cause some serious issues. Some serious issues. I just noticed all the blue is out of my hair. This is like the first time I've ever really noticed that all the blue is out of my hair. It's back to normal color now. Anyways. You know, homie, it's kind of, so I used to, years and years ago, I used to be in a medical field. I did athletic training. So I was essentially trained as a first responder for athletic events. I would do rehab and injury prevention, and I would act as a first responder in events. And I saw some stuff. I didn't see too much crazy stuff, but one of the things that was always a struggle for me is I could be extremely empathetic. So when someone would say to me, oh yeah, so I was walking around and I stepped on a nail and the nail went straight through my foot. I could imagine every second of that. And as a professional, I'm sitting here looking at them going, okay, and then what? Inside, internally, I was screaming. It's like, ah! So I think the empathy was great because as someone who is in pain and needs help, I can sit there and be like, hey, how's it going? Okay, we're going to get you. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Let me take care of this. We're going to do this. I know this hurts a little bit. I need you. So on that, empathy was great. The internal side of that, when I went home, was like, oh God, their knee was in two pieces. Oh. That was my life for a while. Oh man, dusting off XCOM. Oh, good old XCOM. Good old XCOM. And steel toe boots, got a little wiggle room, but I keep trying. You know, I love boots, but steel-toed boots, unless I'm on a construction site, I don't know, man. I feel like I would hurt myself. Or accidentally hurt somebody. I'm too much of a klutz to effectively wear a steel-toed boot without hurting someone else, or knocking over a display in a grocery store, or puncturing a tire. I'm just being honest with myself is really what I'm doing. And being honest with yourself is really the first step in becoming a better person. This is what you need to take from this discussion about toes and white chocolate and all that. Being honest with yourself is how you become a better person. I don't know. Weak stomach. That, you know, I'm the kind of guy. So here's some stuff about me. So I worked in athletics for years, and I grew to hate football. Not so. No, let's not say that. I enjoy watching some football. I am a fan of the University of Texas. We'll watch their football games. I will enjoy the games. I've been let down for so many years now. I don't actively invest emotionally in them anymore, but I do enjoy the games. They used to, back in the day, if there was an injury, like how many times did they replay that Joe Theismann injury where his leg snapped in half? I don't know if you guys remember that, but he just snapped in half. Nowadays they don't do that, with good reason. You don't want to glorify the violence. You don't want to profit off of someone's pain and misery. It's good reason that they don't do that anymore. I have to tell you though, every single time I watch a football game now, I get so mad when they go to the commercial when someone gets injured, because I'm like, no, I want to see the mechanism. I need to see the mechanism. What happened? Oh my God, that was an axial load. That could have a potential break in their C7. I mean, I go through all this shit still, even though I'm like 20 years out of that career, and I've forgotten 90% of the stuff that I've learned. I still do that. Haven't felt your feet since 20s, no real pain. I'm not sure if that's a positive or a negative, Biscuit. I mean, positive, you didn't feel your feet, but that could have been really bad. Ugh. Yeah, you don't walk off injuries, y'all. Don't walk off injuries. Oh, well, yeah. If you need the steel toe boots. Hard hate. That is quite the work you're in, homie. Yeah, we go to work. I have my steel-toe boots. We've got hard hate here. Did you wear your hard hate today? I hate everything. I hate it all. You don't even know how much I hate. 'Cause I hate hard. Sequel to Die Hard, Hate Hard. Whatever. All right, so let's talk about stuff. Oh, by the way, Walmart is a shitty company. Tell your friends. Tell your Congress people. Tell everyone. If you can avoid purchasing anything from Walmart or Sam's Club, please, for the love of God, never buy anything from Walmart or Sam's Club. This stream not brought to you by Walmart or Sam's Club. Wouldn't have taken their money anyway. So there's that. I'm just hearing about Bob Rocks, who is getting punished at work for getting his COVID vaccine. Walmart sucks, y'all. Like, who does that? We're so close to getting over this freaking pandemic. Months away from some sense of normalcy. And a major employer in this country, which again is offensive to me, is punishing their employees for getting vaccinations. You're wrong. Your greed is wrong. And I don't mind a certain level of greed. I've always said, and I still believe, that a certain amount of greed is good. I'll go with the old Wall Street movie, greed is good. Maybe not to that level. A certain amount of greed is good. I would love to be rich. I would love to be rich. Not on the backs of everyone underneath me. If I get rich with a company, I want to get rich with a company paying the employees $20 an hour starting. That to me sounds like a stable business. if your only way to profitability is to exploit the labor of your employees, you don't have a great business plan. What do I know? I'm streaming on Twitch. What the fuck do I know? Calling Walmart a shitty company is an insult to shitty companies. You are right, Biscuit. You are right. Hey, Qui-Gon, what's going on? Homie, talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thanks again for the super chats. You're the best. Really appreciate it. Take care of yourself out there. And sorry you got that hour-long drive. Ugh. But drive safely. We'll see you later. Qui-Gon, how's it going tonight? Biscuit, who is a shitty company but not Walmart shitty? I'm just curious. Curious what your thoughts are on this. What's a shitty company that's not Walmart level shitty? And don't say Electronic Arts. I'm not saying you were going to say them, but I just want to get all the gamer fanboy Electronic Arts stuff. Just like, no, let's not go there. Let's not do that stuff. Not saying you're a gamer fanboy. You know how it is. I don't have to be too sensitive with you, Biscuit. You get it. Amazon is a shitty company, not as shitty as Walmart. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, that's legit right there. It frustrates me no end how much we depend on Amazon in our house, because we buy stuff on Amazon. We are Prime members. That gets you the occasional discount at Whole Foods, gets you the free deliveries, gets you free pickup after a certain time, stuff like that. We're in the ecosystem, y'all. We're in it. Hell, I've got Amazon affiliate links on the web pages that I've got. Not that I get anything about it. If I get a certain number of clicks, somebody has to buy something, and if someone buys something, I might get a dime. But still, when you're a small streamer, dimes add up, y'all. Just trying to pay off for the web hosting and domain names and all that stuff, you know. Walmart is what happens when Pelosi and McConnell work together. Oh, Qui-Gon, intermittent fasting. So you're doing intermittent fasting. Why? Is there a reason? And then how does that work? Like, what? I couldn't do it, number one. Well, I say I couldn't do it. I guess I maybe could do it, but I really wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? So how do you do it, Qui-Gon? Like, what is the, what's the thing? If that makes sense. You just need structure to your diet. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what the physiological reason for intermittent fasting is. I have not researched that. I haven't looked at it. And when I say research, I mean legit research, because I would like go through all the papers and I want to see the sources, and I'd be like, oh. Okay, and then you refer to that one. Okay, so let's see that. That's what I mean by research. It doesn't mean like find the latest CNN article or something like that. So I'm just always curious, because I've lost. Oh no, I have not lost any weight. I've fucking gained weight. This pandemic has been fun, I guess, as far as weight's concerned. Sitting around the house, and I'm freaking old too. So sitting around the house, like, it's fucking bullshit on my joints. What it is, but that's okay. But I will say, after sitting there and playing Hollow Knight for a couple of hours, standing up, I'm like, oh God, my hip. Something for all you young folks to look forward to. It'll happen. Don't think it won't happen to you. Avery's daddy. Welcome aboard, Avery. What's going on? it's been so long, Avery. I feel like I have so much to talk to you about, like motorcycles and how your bikes are going and everything. I don't know. So many things to talk to you about. Of course, we also have to know, how do you feel about white chocolate? This is important. Cutting out snacking that isn't between lunch and dinner is how you do this. I mean, that's legit. That sounds legit. Oh, I haven't heard about this biscuit. They banned someone for using his music, using his own music. Louise, seriously. There you go. We agree. As earlier said by Homie Knight, white chocolate tastes of lies and broken dreams. I mean, that seems like white chocolate to me. Man, Qui-Gon, that third shift work, man. I admire you for that, because that seems rough. Rough to me. Third shift work just seems super rough. So I admire you for it. Good on you. Good freaking on you. Oh, and they banned him. So they banned Herman Lee for using his own music. I don't know, man. There's so many things where I know the technology exists so you could fix these problems. I know it exists. You're just making a choice to not do it. Let's be really honest about one thing, though. Twitch could fix a lot of this if they would just enter some type of licensing agreement with the record labels and distributors. If there was just some kind of blanket licensing agreement that say, all right, there's going to be some music played on these channels or whatever. We as an organization recognize that this is going to be a thing. And in order to help our community, we will pay these licensing things. Now, there would have to be some control over that, because there would be cases where maybe an artist doesn't want their song associated with a particular streamer. Just like you had plenty of artists saying, like Donald Trump, do not use my music in anything in your life. You are not welcome in my realm. They would have to have some kind of method for that. But I really think that if Amazon would just sit back and say, okay, Twitch, we as a company, Amazon, have made trillions of dollars this year. We can give 0.1% to pay royalties for music that's used on stream. I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy. Tons of money, but no time to hang with friends. I mean, you know, Qui-Gon, that's an interesting way to look at it. Now that there's the pandemic going on, this is the time to make that bank. Good look at that right now. Save up that bank, and then when things like slow down, maybe you could switch to another shift. I don't know. It sounds like the job you're doing is probably always going to be a third shift job, because they're going to be driving during the day. I don't know. Oh, God. I can't even imagine daylight savings working overnight. Holy shit. Holy shit. And when are we going to just... So we're at that time of year again where we have the daylight savings time and everyone bitches about it. And we're doing it again. It's a broken record. Everyone bitches about it every year, saying, why are we still doing this? And I really don't understand, seriously, why are we still doing this? There's no good reason. None at all. I have a wife standing right there outside the door waving. Would you like to come in?
Looking for a flashlight.
Looking for a flashlight?
Are they all upstairs?
They might all be upstairs. Yeah, or Cadence. No, I don't know where Cadence is. Hey, there we go. Why do you need a flashlight? Oh no. Okay. Well, there went Elizabeth. Okay, let's see what's going on. Ethereal just arrived. Doing what? We're talking about white chocolate and daylight savings time and, you know, stuff like that. Well, I agree, Avery, but she's not going to be on camera. She's doing laundry and our breaker flipped on the washing machine. I don't know why that happens every once in a while, but every once in a while we blow a breaker on the washing machine upstairs. When they did the remodel on that part of the house, it was an extension. I shouldn't say remodel. We had to build on the back of the house like when I moved in here 15 years ago or something like that. When they did that part of the house, they did some shitty work, y'all. They did some shitty work. I was in the backyard working the other day, and we have a sheet metal roof. And I went back, and like the corner of one of the roofs was like pulled up. And this was the old part of the house. This wasn't the new part of the house. So this part of the house here, I mean, this house was built in like 1930s or something like that. The roof is probably minimum 20 years old, probably older than that. Anyways, part of that roof was kind of like pulled up. Many things they did wrong with that. Like they just did some shitty work back when they did that in the house in the first place. But anyways, I had to go up there with a ratchet, and I was ratcheting in the screws back into the wood. I would like tilt it and just ratchet it in. I'm not going to pay a roofer to come out and do that and tell me we need to spend $20,000 to get a new roof, because we don't have it, fuckers. We don't have $20,000. Okay, we don't have it. Anyways, when I was up there, I saw some of the work they did on the newer part, the stuff that's like 15 years old. It's not that old. It's 12 years old. I've lost track. I don't know time. Anyway, seeing some of the work that's up there, just on the outside, when I get up close to it, I'm like, wow, this looks like shit. And it permeates all the way through the house. Every once in a while we find something that is just like, y'all fuck that up. Fuck that up. Hair is looking pretty fabulous, gotta say, man. I've almost reached the point where this doesn't look like a mullet anymore because the top of my hair is long enough so it all kind of blends in. So it's like look at all this stuff, man. There's all this hair. I've got a mane. It like flaps around when I move my head. It's nuts. It is nuts. But I'm probably going to keep it. I think Elizabeth likes it. I've never had hair this long before. Like, you know, you find hairs around the house and it's always long hair. It's like, oh, Elizabeth lost a hair. Can't say that anymore because I'm like, that could be mine. That's possibly mine. That's probably what it is, Avery, because I think that she was doing a big load of like towels and blankets and stuff. So it's probably a heavy load on that one. I'm guessing. Yeah, I threw that out there. $20K. I don't know what it is, but I know like a metal roof. Well, here's the thing. Here's the first thing about it. So in the older part of the house where I'm talking about, where we have the metal roof, they didn't put any kind of like wood between the metal and the rafters, if that makes sense. So when you go up there, I'm looking at the metal roof. My understanding of this is there's supposed to be some wood up there to kind of help protect against stuff. I don't know construction and everything, but I know when I went up there, I looked around and I said, this doesn't look fucking right, because I can look right there and look, there's a bird. Yep, there's a bird right there flying past. I can see a full bird. Oh, and there's our neighbor's house. This is me inside looking through the eaves of the roof. I don't know. Well, Ethereal, so the blue only lasted about 2 weeks. It was a temporary thing. I kind of dug it, though. Well, okay, the real blue only lasted 2 weeks, but it took another few weeks for it to, like, wash out and just get all the way out completely. I kind of dug it, though. I think I might try it again, but I want it to be like a deeper blue. I want it to be blue. Apparently my hair is a little browner than we all thought, and it's not taking the color as much. So I might have to get like a more powerful blue to try it again. So I might try it again. I gotta dig it. Side or middle part? Side part. Dude, I can't rock a middle part. I just can't. Okay, thanks TikTok, I'm old, but not gonna fall into that trap of debating a side or middle part. Saw someone talking about that the other day. People that are complaining about the middle part and side part. Then showing the pictures from the 90s, like Jonathan Taylor Thomas with the middle part and everything. It's like, don't speak to me of the old magic. I was there when it was written. We've been down this road before, people, with the middle part. You're not finding anything new. We've been there. We've done that. How about this? Do what makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel happy. I don't know. Yeah, Qui-Gon, metal roofs are expensive, but they last freaking forever. That's the great thing about a metal roof. Yeah, it does get a little loud up there. Now, granted, we do have a metric ton of insulation up there now. Because the insulation, at one point, there may have been like this much insulation in our attic. And we went in a few years back, because we had to replace this AC unit up here. But in order to get a credit for that, we also had to do some, it was a credit from the city. I think that's how it worked. But basically we had to do some additional work to kind of make the house more energy efficient. So we blew in 2 feet of blown insulation. Made a big difference. Still loud, not as loud. Not as loud. An NFT is a non-fungible token, fresh news. Can't borrow doesn't exist. Avery, you have a very good point. And a damn fine solution. I'm just not sure I can rock the bald look. I don't know. Oh yeah, Qui-Gon, when I was up there ratcheting in those screws, they popped out because the wood it was into had split where the screw was. So at some point, we're going to have to fix that. But I don't know when, because we may have decided to splurge on Caden's second birthday. Ooh. And it's not a huge splurge, but it's enough of a splurge so that, we've already had to replace one air conditioner. So this house has 2 air conditioners. We have one air conditioner in the old one, and then because of the fact that was a separate kind of unit back there, there's another air conditioner up there. That one conked out. We had to replace that. And then not too long after that, our water heater conked out. We could have spent a few $1,000s to fix it. That's stupid because it's not going to last that much longer. You need to just get a new. So we ended up getting a new water heater. So in the past year, through the pandemic, we've had to replace an entire AC unit, replace a water heater, and both my cats died. And in the middle of a pandemic. And the collapse of civilized society and our infrastructure and I can stop. Anyway, so with all that in, it's a little tight around here, not gonna lie. But we did decide to splurge for Caden's second birthday. He loves being outside, so we got him a little playhouse fort thing. It's 2-level thing with a fort up top, and we're going to install a slide. It doesn't come with a slide. We bought a slide and everything. So we got that. Plus all of our plants died, so we're going to have to replace plants. The home ownership is great until all the shit about dealing with owning a home. So we have to replace plants. We also have to put a fence up. We have to put a gate up. Because we've never had a gate. And I have a child that loves to be outside, but we can't just let him out there because this boy will head down the road, go down to the hotel, order himself a banana, and sit in the courtyard by himself if we give him the chance. So we got to put a gate up. Anyways, all this stuff's costing money. And at the end of the day, we decided to get Caden to play for it. That was our splurge. Hey Angela, what's going on? Yeah, he will be 2 April 10th. So in less than a month, he will be 2 years old. I wonder if I have a recent picture. Because you mentioned, actually I mentioned, I started the conversation, but I'm going to put it on you. Hey, you mentioned his birthday. Haha. So this is his latest thing. We have rain barrels out in the back. And he has loved filling up these little cups so that he can water the plants. Focus? He's not focusing. Well, you get the idea. You get the freaking idea. Here we go. There's Caden. We were at the firehouse. Firefighters gave him a sticker. And every once in a while, we will go to the coffee shop and we will get a coffee and sit in the courtyard. And he loves just sitting in the courtyard and watching the world go by. It's Caden. Another one. It's Caden. He's a cute little guy. Cute little guy, right? All right, anyways. You know, we read something that apparently, this is going back to what you were saying, Angela, about him being so big. And Avery, he is so freaking adorable. And he is the sweetest kid ever. Now, don't get me wrong. He's 2. So he gets angry. He throws tantrums. He is in the point where he's been throwing stuff. And I keep telling him, he's like, hey, when I say no, you don't throw something. That's not the appropriate reaction. We're working on it. But anyways, he loves taking care of other people. Like, if we're sitting out or playing or something like that, he will fill up his water and he will come over and he'll hand us the water and go like, that's his thing for like eating. So anytime we're eating something, like, nom, 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 nom. So he's like, here's your water. And so we'll pretend to eat that. If I give him a snack and one of his stuffed animals is around, like Woof, Avery, you know Woof. If one of his stuffed animals is around, the first thing he does is he grabs a snack and he feeds one of his friends before he eats it. He's just amazing. He's just amazing. Avery, when you get angry and throw tantrums, I mean, been there, done that. I went through a very angry period in my life, y'all. I went through a very angry period in my life. There was a lot of anger. Still is. But I suppress it. There's not that much anger. He's got my eyes. I don't know what to tell you, man. Environment. Qui-Gon, I wouldn't say there's X-Men news. There's just X-Men talking. Because I'm curious. Family curse. Get mad and throw whatever I'm holding as hard as I can. Hopefully it's not too fragile. Avery, that could have caused some damage. I've been there though. Somebody says something that's kind of a trigger, and I have been in a position where someone has done something repeatedly enough that triggered me to be like, no motherfucker, I'm done with you. Let's have this conversation right fucking now. And they were a little shocked by that. Yeah. I was told by the kids when I used to coach volleyball, I was told by the kids that I could be scary. I mean, I'm the guy that'll go in singing Little Mermaid songs when I get into practice. But if they do something wrong enough or they push me the wrong way, they're like, oh yeah, we don't make you mad. Apparently I have a blood vessel that runs right through my thing. Right through my forehead. If I get really mad, that thing just so they would always say, like, oh no, when we see the blood vessel, we know. Avery, somebody said that? Oh, that's not okay. That is not okay. That's like HR level stuff right there, man. It's like, no, human resources is someone I got to work with. They want me dead. Supposed to work with these people? Ooh, biscuit. That could have been bad. Well, let me, since we talked about it briefly, let me just bring that up because I did want to talk about X-Men. Because with WandaVision, and we can keep talking about the other stuff too, but I want to touch on the X-Men thing because I set up a page for it, or a channel. There's just something on TV. I didn't set anything up. This is just a broadcast TV, and they're broadcasting stuff about it. Yeah. So with WandaVision, there's all the talk about introducing mutants into the MCU and everything. And I said before, I love the X-Men. The X-Men were like my thing. Spider-Man, X-Men, all the time. I decided I wanted to watch some old X-Men stuff, and I realized I had never watched X-Men Evolution. So I started watching it. And I'm digging it, y'all. I'm only halfway through. There were 4 seasons. I am just starting season 3. Well, I'm not even going to say just. I'm about a third of the way through season 3. And I'm curious how people feel about X-Men Evolution, if you've seen it. And if you have seen it, I'm curious whether it is better, worse, equal to the animated series from the 90s. Now, granted, I have not seen the animated series from the 90s in 30 years. Not that long. But it's been a long time, so I don't remember a lot of it. So I'm trying to kind of get a frame of reference for how Evolution is compared to that. I know they changed a lot of the characters, in some ways better, in some ways worse. Like, I love what they did with Rogue. Or so far. I don't know if they're going to change anything. I'm halfway through the show. So I love what they've done with Rogue. I don't like Cyclops. I kind of like Cyclops in this one. He's a little more sympathetic to me, and the relationship between Cyclops and Jean Grey is one that I dig more than a lot of the other stuff. They had a very fucking dysfunctional relationship in the comics. And the love triangle in the comics and in all the movies between Jean and Wolverine and Scott, I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. It just makes me mad that there's always this undercurrent of like, I love Jean, I love Jean, I love Jean. Fuck. I don't know. Qui-Gon, the way you'll know which one you watched is the one that has a theme song that goes da 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 da. That was one from the 90s. That was the animated series. X-Men Evolution does not have that theme song. Yeah, ethereal. That is a great way to say it. The storylines from the 90s were deeper. The storylines from Evolution are more personal. And I like that. I dig that a lot. Do you not remember that theme song? I feel like that theme song, Ethereal, is burned into my brain. Like it is forever a part of my psyche. And I can't even remember the show. I remember I watched it and I enjoyed it, but I can't remember it enough to compare it to Evolution. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, Qui-Gon, you're the one that forgot that. Sorry. Yes, Stormy, that guitar riff. Good stuff. Great friggin' theme song. But I really dig Evolution. Here's the thing they did with Evolution that was nice. They basically aged down most of the X-Men so that they're actually teenagers. In all the other ones, they're like adults that are like, hey, I got these powers. Here, they're like just finding out what their powers are and they're learning through them. Scott and Jean are the older ones. They're probably like seniors. Juniors or seniors. I think they're juniors when they started. They would be seniors around now. The rest of them are going to be a little younger. Kitty's definitely younger. She's probably freshman, sophomore. Nightcrawler also freshman, sophomore kind of thing. And putting them in that position to where they're kids trying to figure out who they are and what their powers are and where they fit in, I think was really great. The other nice thing is it completely eliminated the love triangle between Wolverine, Scott, and Jean. Thank God, because the worst fucking part of that story is the love triangle between Jean and Scott and Wolverine. Hate it. Hate it. So they got rid of that, which eliminated a whole bunch of stuff. I love the fact that Rogue has changed a decent amount in this. She's kind of goth, which you sold me on goth. You had me as soon as you said goth Rogue. Sold. Done. But I feel so much of the Rogue that I've seen over the years, she is so defined by her relationship to Gambit. Just frustrated the hell out of me. So far in the series, they're on opposite sides of everything. Like they barely interacted at all. And I think that Gambit's going to be a lot older than Rogue in the story. I'm not sure how it plays out again. I've still got half of the show left to go. But the fact that I've gone through 2 1/3 seasons without seeing a constant Rogue Gambit relationship thing makes me happy. I want to see Rogue as their own person. It's just me. Let's see. Having a hard time keeping the cartoons from mixing with scenes from X2. I've never seen X2. Let's see. Wolverine was definitely less grumpy, although he did get pissed when Scott told him not to fight the army and kind of took off on his own, had to sulk for a while. But yeah, it definitely seems less grumpy. Wolverine's basically just a teacher at the Xavier School. Not even really a teacher. I've never really seen him teaching. Well, let's be honest. I haven't seen anybody teach except for McCoy. Beast is the only one that has taught anything in X-Men Evolution that I've seen. Yeah, but, basically, I'm enjoying the hell of the show. But I don't think I'm going to go back and watch the animated series again. I thought I was going to. I thought I would watch Evolution and then go back and see what was going on with the animated series again. I don't think I want to. Number one, there's a lot of other shit in the world. There's a lot of media I need to consume, and I'm not sure I want to go back and reconsume media from 30 years ago. And number two, I'm just enjoying Evolution. I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm changing my mind as I'm talking about it right now. I also dig the costumes, although I don't get Jean's costume. Well, I don't get any of the costumes that have this super pointy crotch shot thing going on. So like Kitty and Nightcrawler, I know it's traditional. I get it. But do we have to have the Borat bathing suit over your outfit? No. We don't need that. In general, I dig their outfits. Their uniforms are kind of cool. Ethereal Disney Plus has all of the legacy Marvel animated stuff. All the old Spider-Mans, all of the X-Men, Wolverine and the X-Men. Thermic, they did a little bit where Wolverine can't remember too much, but they didn't really go heavy into it. They may do some stuff later on. Again, I've still got how many episodes do I have left total? I think there's only 9 episodes in the last season. So it was a short season. So I think I've got 16 episodes left. It's really short, but maybe they'll pick something up in those last few episodes. But they did 1 or 2 episodes where they talked about, him. I'm curious if... You can see I'm on season 3, episode 6. You can hear the theme song here in a minute, maybe. Let's get the theme song. Oh, it's not... Hope you guys can hear it. It's not showing the video. I wish you guys could see the images. Alright. We got a theme song at least. You can kind of see the characters on there. You can't really see Rogue in this. Hold on a second. Let me... There's Rogue. And there's Jean down here. You can kind of see Jean at the bottom there. But yeah. Anyways. Brand of escapism is fantasy. Haven't seen a lot of Disney Plus. Disney Plus has got a lot of stuff right now. Hold on a second. realize my scale is off. There, whatever. All right. The live-action made-for-TV X-Men movies based from the 90s. Oh, what was that called, dude? Yeah. Let's look it up. Oh, yeah, I was looking up some images. Yeah, here's the images that you guys missed. You can see kind of, well, you can't because it's over there. There's the team. Or there's that one showing everybody. I freaking love Rogue in this one. Generation X, thank you. I remember that show. I don't remember. Oh, now it's showing me like the. Yeah, that didn't last very long, did it? Like, who did it feature any of the... Okay, who do we have here? Jubilee. Yeah, so none of the major ones. It was basically Jubilee. That's right, I remember that. I remember Jubilee being in there. So let's see, they did have an Emma. I remember Emma Frost being in it. But none of the other major people. None of the other major. Did you ever watch the what was the recent show that was on Fox? Like it just canceled like 2 years ago? Dark, you're gonna know this because you are freaking lights out with your geek culture knowledge. Gifted, The Gifted. Yeah, that's the one. No longer available on Fox, but The Gifted. I can say I loved The Gifted. I don't want to say I loved it. I really enjoyed The Gifted, if for no other reason. They had more than one season. They had 3 seasons. Oh, you only saw one. Sorry, Dark. The thing I liked about The Gifted is they had a freaking amazing reveal at the end of season 1. How much do I don't know if any of you are going to see this or not. So I don't know if I'm giving it away or anything by doing this or not. Jim is the one you're talking about. Yeah, Jim was the one that was in there that they made the movie of. Yeah, the reveal at the end of season 1 that I was really hoping they would continue to work on, that I never actually saw. I assumed that Emma Frost was going to be in the picture at some point, and she never was. That was a bummer. I feel like The Gifted was leading towards Xavier School at some point, and they just didn't get a chance to get there. That was disappointing, because that was a fun show. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Potential spoilers here. Close your ears for a couple of minutes if you don't want to hear anything. The reveal in season 1 about the Cuckoo Sisters freaking blew me away. I loved that so much. I thought that was just freaking brilliant. Why they didn't really push that storyline, I'm sure it's because they didn't have rights to the characters and Fox was still pushing their movies and didn't want anything to go on with that. But holy crap, that was really well done. Really freaking well done. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Disney, please do something cool with the X-Men. Please do something cool with the X-Men. That's all I'm asking. I don't think that's asking too much. You got the cash. You got 100 million subscribers or something. Did I see that right? 100? That's not possible, is it? I don't know. Disney Plus has a freaking metric ton of subscribers, giving them a ton of money every month to watch their stuff. So you got the cash. You're making Falcon Winter Soldier. You're making WandaVision. You got give me some fucking X-Men. Oh. Just want it to happen. Well, for those of you with Disney Plus, check out Evolution. Let me know what you think of it. If you haven't already seen it. Boop. Lexia, I've heard about live action Gargoyles. Am I making that up? I feel like I heard something about a live action Gargoyles reboot, Biscuit. Yeah, Qui-Gon. They got all the X-Men back. They got everybody. The only one they don't really have control over right now is Spider-Man. I think that's the only one they don't have control over. Everybody else. You're right, Dark Man, but I'm an old man. I don't want to be dead by the time they figure out that this is the time for a good X-Men show. I keep talking about how old I am just because I feel like my joints are... Oh, God. Boop. Ethereal, you watch Warrior Nun, and you agree... Slow until about episode 5. Yeah, it really was. But I think the last episode paid off. Did you feel the payoff in the last episode? Wait, they don't have control over Hulk? How do they have... Wait, Dark. Give me a breakdown over this, because Hulk's been in so much shit. Hulk's part of the MCU. How do they not have control over Hulk? How? Help me. This is a Runeberg cake. I've never had one before, but the guy said it's kind of like a brownie. Kind of crunchy on the outside, but super rich and moist on the inside. So I'll let you know. But I'm going to try it because I'm getting munchy right now. And I definitely have a sweet tooth going. So welcome to town. Well, that's fun. It's not a brownie. I thought it was chocolate. I've been misled, but it's damn tasty. I'll eat it. They have control of the Hulk character, but he can't have his own movie. Really? Interesting. Which, honestly, I don't think I care. Do I care? No, I don't think I care. I like Hulk being a supporting character, if you will. Yes, Ethereal. Big twist. And very well hidden. But I don't think it was out of anywhere. Like, I think the twist was well hidden, but it didn't come out of nowhere. In retrospect, I see it. But, well, if the distribution rights are with Universal, that's just the distribution. Disney can still produce a movie, and then Universal distributes it. Now, whether Disney wants to give that power to Universal is a whole other story. But distribution rights and production rights aren't necessarily the same thing. And if I'm wrong, yeah, enlighten. Teach me. Why would Disney make a movie they can't distribute? Well, because they're still going to make money off of it. They just don't make the same kind of money. Most movies are made independent of the distribution. So when you make a film, you have a distributor come in and distribute the movie. It doesn't mean you don't make money off of the movie at that point, but the distributor is going to take a kick of that portion of it. When you're at a house like Disney that you can do the distribution and the production, good on you. But that's why a lot of independent films that go to Sundance and everything, they get really excited when they're picked up for distribution. A big company will come, they will handle the distribution costs for the film, and they'll make money off of it, but the original producers, they're going to still make money off that movie as well. I can also see why Catholics wouldn't like it. Ethereal, did you feel it was a secular show? Or was there... Because again, I was torn early on in the show. I thought this was going to be a very religious television show. Do you feel it was religious or secular in its core? Religious theme with secular twist. Fair enough. That's fair. But I mean, yes. I assumed they were going to promote a religious agenda at the end of the day. I didn't feel that. But I'm also not sure that it promoted a secular agenda. It was agenda-less, if you will. Which is fine. Media doesn't have to have an agenda to have value. It's just, you know. Qui-Gon, I've actually heard a bunch of people say they're expecting a Planet Hulk movie at some point. I don't see it happening. But let's take a quick look at something real quick. I want to look. Okay, let's see what's coming out here. Nope, not what I want. Okay, I just want to look at the list of Marvel movies coming up. No, I thought Ragnarok was great, but I can see how people that are fans of the Planet Hulk storyline might feel a little cheated on that. I never really did much of the Planet Hulk storyline. Okay, let's see. Oh man, I forgot they were doing a Hawkeye series. And a Ms. Marvel series. So exciting. Doctor Strange, Thor, Love and Thunder. Oh yeah, She-Hulk. Is that still a thing? I think that's still a thing. Black Panther 2, Deadpool 3, Captain Marvel 2, Ant-Man and Wasp, Quantumania. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Blade. That blows me away that Blade's in the lineup now. And the Fantastic Four 2023-ish. I'm guessing 24. Moon Knight. Secret Invasion. And that's a series, right? So that's going to be a Disney Plus series. So I'm guessing that's where they're going to use a lot of Monica Rambeau, honestly. Ethereal, I want to see season 2 as well. I want to see what happens at the end. Well, you're welcome for the wreck. Blade is the first Marvel Disney movie rated R? Really? Isn't Deadpool going to be before that? Oh, but that one, they're toning it down for... Wait, are they? Are they toning down Deadpool? I think Deadpool might be the first. Because Blade isn't coming out until 2023. I think that's after Deadpool. I think Wesley Snipes is too old to do it. I don't think Wesley Snipes wants to do it. I mean, let's be honest. Wesley Snipes slept his way through... Oh, man. There's like... I didn't know this. There was a raspberry filling in here, y'all. Nice. Anyways. Wesley Snipes slept his way through Blade. Oh, Thermic. I get it. I get it. The original Blade because they own the rights to it. Got it. Thank you. That way you're right. And in all this, releases through 2023. And no word of mutants. Damn it. I mean, I guess, considering how far in advance they plan all this stuff out, I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't have anything on the slate right now for X-Men. Because probably when they were deciding what this next slate of films was going to be, they didn't have the rights to the X-Men. Now, if I was them, I would have immediately started figuring out ways to work them in. Because, my God, if they could do for the X-Men what they've done for Spider-Man, and I liked all the Spider-Man movies, for the record. Although I haven't seen one of the Tobey Maguire ones. I don't remember which one. The one where he's dancing. I haven't seen that one because I heard it was... Oh, and actually I didn't see the second Andrew Garfield. Or the third. I don't remember. But, no, I don't know. I haven't seen 3. Thank you. It was a fun Runeberg cake. I was expecting chocolate. It's a little lighter, so that's probably okay. It's almost like a... oh, God. What's the cake that you steam? There's a certain cake you steam and the outside gets really kind of crusty. Shit. Can't remember. Maybe X-Men can be done like WandaVision for lead up to a movie? Sure! Here's what I'm thinking. I don't... okay, I'm gonna just... I'm gonna throw stuff out there. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna think that there's gonna be a post-credit scene in Doctor Strange that reveals mutants. I know they traditionally have a tie-in to the following movie. And in that case, it would be a tie-in to Thor. I mean, they don't have to. Sometimes they're just for the overall mythos. Or maybe it'll like pay off several movies down. Like we saw Thanos early in the MCU. But we never actually saw Thanos until all the Infinity stuff. I'm going to say there's going to be a post-credit scene in Doctor Strange showing mutants. Oh yeah, the D&D movie. I don't know. How do you make a Dungeons and Dragons movie that's just not a fantasy movie? Like, what makes this movie different from Willow? what makes this movie different from Legend? What makes this movie different from any other movie with dragons and sorcerers? What makes a D&D movie a D&D movie? I legitimately don't know. I'm curious. I am so out of coffee. More CGI? More CGI in a D&D movie? Have it cut from table to the game actions, kind of like those Critical Role animatics. Now, see, if they do something like that, where there's like a D&D game, basically, it's Jumanji. That's how you make a D&D movie. It's Jumanji at that point. Otherwise, it's just a fantasy show. Am I wrong in this? I don't think I'm wrong in this. And I am a fan of D&D, as some of you may know. But I don't think I'm wrong in this. I think in order for a D&D movie to be a D&D movie, it has to actually have D&D. Unless they have like dice rolling on the screen every time there's a fight. Don't see that happening. Two hours in a tavern starting a bar fight. That was the very first episode of the Heroes of Awesome. We sat around for how many hours to start a bar fight? We cut it down to like 30 minutes, y'all. Because we still didn't know what we were doing. Or it was even shorter than that. I remember when I first put our very first episode of Heroes of Awesome out, I was terrified at the length because it was long. I think it was 20, 30 minutes. And then at the end, we're like pushing 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. We'll do 2 hours. Let's do that. Cocky wizard jumping up. What cocky wizard? What are you talking about? This doesn't seem familiar to me. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Cocky wizard. Seems weird. Thing that Sanchita stole? She stole several things. What did she steal? I don't remember what she stole. I just remember the Uncle Wellington, one of the best moments in D&D history. I stand by it. Oh, the book that made the map making kit work. That's right. Oh, good, Thermic. It's been so long since we've played. So long. Years. I don't remember the last... How long has it been, man? Abby's like in college now. Good Lord, y'all. Oh. Something just happened. Okay, I don't know. Something just happened, but we'll see. Whatever. Decided to sit down for a little bit. I'm trying to remember my reaction. I think it was a lot of cursing. Pretty sure it was a lot of cursing. Yeah, Abby's in college now, y'all. I mean, she was technically taking college courses when she was in high school. She was taking some college courses when she was playing with us. She was getting her basics out of the way early. But yeah, she's in college now. Oh yeah, that's right. I did that. Yep, that's right. I did that. I may have walked away from the table. I should probably like go back and just like rebroadcast those things on stream. She's a super overachiever, man. She works hard. She works hard. Her dad used to be the one that would ask us questions on the confessionals. So he would come in, he would take notes, he would ask us questions and everything. And he actually, he's in my board game group. Yeah, I was going to play board games tonight, but I don't think that's happening. It's already 9:30, so we're not going to do that tonight. Anyways, he ended up buying a board game store. He's got a game store up on the north side of town. So if you're in North Austin, stop by Wonko's. Get your board games at Wonko's. You got 2 places to get board games in town. Outlaw Moon, Wonko's. Those are the 2 places. Qui-Gon, it's up by Lakeland Mall, so it's way up on 183. I got Runeberg cake stuck in my teeth. So Qui-Gon, you're actually closer to Outlaw Moon. Outlaw Moon's just north of campus off of 51st. It's right around 51st Street. That's where Brandon's store is. Got to get out and around there, Qui-Gon. You've been in town long enough now. One of the things I did when I first moved here, like, holy shit, I moved here in like the early 90s, like 91, maybe 92, around there. One of the first things I did is I got in my car and I just started driving. I tried to get lost. It's really hard for me to get lost. I didn't. But I just drove all over the place. It was great. It was great. I know this town like the back of my hand now. Qui-Gon, you make very good points. I retract that. I retract my previous statement. But literally, I didn't go anywhere. I just drove. But I'm not sure it's as fun to drive at night. And traffic's a lot worse now than it was in the early 90s. So don't do that. Just don't. It's not a good idea. So here's something I'm curious about. How many of you people, you were going to visit Texas for hiking? Is Austin a good area for hiking? No. I'm going to say no. I mean, there's some... Let me clarify, because there's no such thing as like a simple answer with me. There's always got to be something I have to comment about it. There's some really nice places in Austin, especially if you get in after there's been a rain or we've had a decent amount of water. If you go down into the Greenbelt, there's some cool hiking with creeks, and there's some places where there are people climbing and stuff. It's not bad, but it's not a challenge. It's not challenging. And I can't say that it's super pretty. It's nice, but it's not going to the Rockies and hiking in the Rockies kind of pretty. There are some places you can go where you'll see some good stuff, but I wouldn't say that it's a great hiking place. And anybody in here that's around Austin, who's been around Austin, who likes to hike, please counter me on this. I just don't think there's a lot of great hiking here in town. There's cool stuff. Like if you just want to come and hang out and do cool stuff, great. You can do that once the pandemic is done, because everything is still shut down, because Austin is one of the few cities in the state that has restrictions still in place. Although we just decreased to stage 3 restrictions because of declining hospitalization, infection, and increasing vaccination rates. Still nowhere where it needs to be, but slowly opening back up. So if you want to come down and see stuff, there's stuff to do. Like we're one, I think we're the only major city that has a natural spring in the middle of the city. Barton Springs is a natural spring-fed pool, if you will, that you can go to, and it's great. It's a constant 60-degree temperature in the water, so it's always super chilly. The heat of Texas summers, that place can be packed. And it's really cool. It's a really cool place to hang out and swim if you're into swimming. I don't know when they're going to open up again. They have not been open because of the pandemic for I don't know how long, and I don't know when they're going to open again because it's a city-run facility. We'll see. Yeah, see, when I think of hiking, I think of when I would go to Colorado or when I was in Canada. When I was in Canada, I loved hiking in Banff. Loved that. That's the kind of hiking that I'm talking about. I don't feel like we have a similar level of hiking here that you get, say, if you go to Rocky Mountain National Park or if you go to Banff or any place like that. There are some cool places. Most of the stuff you're going to see is cedar. I don't know. So I guess it depends on how hardcore of a hiker you are, Ethereal. If you're super hardcore hiking and you're looking for great views and stuff, I think there's not as much here, and I'm not a constant hiker, so it might be tough for me to say that, but that's just my 2 cents on all of the things. Now here's a question for y'all. Anybody here ever played around with the stock market? I have not. Outside of retirement stuff. Got some kind of retirement stock thing that just automatically draws from an account. Basically, it's just a little retirement fund that's based on the stock market kind of thing. But no actual investment stuff. The natural spring is cool. Yeah, Barton Springs is really great at Ethereal. Look up Barton Springs and you'll see pictures of it. And if you're into the town, there are plenty of places you can see some good views. Mount Bonnell is going to have a good view of the city. If you're looking for awesome nature views, there are some places outside of Austin. If you go a few hours west, there's a place called Lost Maples. It's this weird area of massive swaths of maple trees in the middle of Texas. It's weird. And it's a thing. They have color forecasts, and whenever the leaves change, if it's going to be a good season, that place is a ton of people. And there's some cool hiking out there, and there's some pretty cool views out there, but that's a few hours west. There's also things like Enchanted Rock. I've never actually been to Enchanted Rock, but again, I'm comparing it to mountains. I love mountains. I don't see that here. There's some cool stuff farther west too. If you get to the Davis Mountains, they're not great. They're not Rocky level mountains, even though I think they may technically be part of the range. No, they're too far east. Whatever. They're much smaller than the Rockies anyways. Anyway, there are places, but I think most of the draw for Austin is just the stuff you can do, whether it's canoeing on Lake Austin, which goes through the center of town, hanging at Barton Springs, going up to Mount Bonnell. There are a lot of hikes, whether it's Enchanted Rock or some of the other parks that are around town and everything. And there are some decent parks and stuff. I just don't think of it as a hiking place. It's more like I'll walk on the trails kind of thing. I was researching investing some in BlackRock Vanguard. So here's what I want to do. I think that I want to start a new feature. And what we're going to call this new feature, Mark's Fake Money. We're going to call this new feature Mark's Fake Money. Ethereal, if you like flat hikes, I mean, you'll find flattish stuff here. This is the hill country. Austin is in the middle of the hill country. We're kind of on the border on it. If you go just east of Austin, it's pretty flat. If you go just west of Austin, it's pretty hilly. And the farther west you go, the hillier it gets. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of hills and it flattens out and it's fucking mountains. But there's a lot of hills in here. And there are some great views. If you go down 2222, which is a road here in town, you're going to see some great views. It looks like Southern California, just beautiful homes overlooking the lake. There's some great bridges, the Pennybecker Bridge. There's some cool stuff in here. Again, I go for mountains. Anyways, Mark's Fake Money. This is, I need to move this over to another screen. There we go. So TD Ameritrade has this application called Sink or Swim, which is what this is. And you can either use it to handle your regular account, or you can use Play Money to play around with it. And this is the Play Money version. So I was thinking I want to play around because I've always wanted to kind of see how I could do on the stock. I don't have enough money to invest in stocks, y'all. The stuff that I wanted to invest in, I should have invested in 20 years. I wanted to invest in Tesla years ago when it was like $20 a share or whatever it was. It was super cheap at the time. That's when I wanted to invest in Tesla, but I didn't know how to do it. And I don't think they even had this stuff available back then. So I didn't do it. The companies that I want to invest in are super expensive. I cannot afford a share of these damn things. I can afford to get a little bit of some, I don't know, I have like $5 worth of Bitcoin. I maybe have like a couple $100. No, not even that much in crypto. Now, granted, a hell of a return. It's like doubled in 3 months, but it's a nice return. But as far as like the actual stocks, I don't have anything in here. So I wanted to do some Mark's Fake Money, and let's just see if I can make some money on this. But I don't know what to do. Like, what do I invest in? I don't even know, y'all. There's actually, I'm a part of a Facebook group. There's a old friend of mine, back from my web series days. He used to be a writer on the Greg Kinnear show, and he's written a few things, and he's been around a lot. He started a little private group on Facebook for people to talk about investing and stuff, and he had asked me to be a part of it, so I just kind of hang out and watch. We hardly talk outside of just a few comments on Facebook here and there, but I'm still part of that group and following things and learning what I can. And they make so much money. It's ridiculous. So I'm like, all right, what could I do? Qui-Gon, the tool is called Sink or Swim. You have to have a TD Ameritrade account. It's free to set up an account. You don't have to put any money in. I don't have any money in TD Ameritrade. You just have to sign up for an account. Sure, you'll get an email or two. Whatever. I delete them. But when you sign up for it, it's an app that you can download onto your system. And it works just like you were trading. Like, you can see what the charts are. You can't actually see everything that's going on. There's little charts down at the bottom. I still haven't fully figured out how this interface works. So on the phone with broker today, LinkedIn went IPO but didn't buy. Ooh. Woof. What do they trade? A lot of stuff. There's been a lot of crypto talk lately. There's a lot of people that have been getting into crypto. Like, he predicted, he's actually the guy that he didn't even convince me. I was just reading what he was saying about Ethereum a few months ago. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get some Ethereum. Because at the time, Ethereum was going for about 700. It was like 700 per ETH. 700 per ETH. He says, I see it hitting 1,500 soon. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a little bit of this. I got a little bit of it, like $20 or something like that. And I think Ethereum's sitting at like 1,600 right now. He knows his shit, y'all. But this one is pure. This one doesn't do any crypto. Everything I do on crypto, I do via another service. This is Coinbase. Everybody uses Coinbase, so I have my stuff in Coinbase. Which this guy I'm talking about, by the way, he had a show years ago. It was Take My Bitcoin, Please. It was a game show, virtual game show. Anybody could play. Get on Twitter. He would ask like trivia questions or something, and if you're able to answer or call in or something, he would give you a Bitcoin. And this was back when Bitcoin was like $1. I think he did the calculations, and the amount of money that they gave away on that show was worth like $2.4 million at this point. And at the time, he was just like, I got some Bitcoin. Here you go. He's like, yep, I gave away millions of dollars on my show back in the day. Millions of dollars. Still got to pay taxes on crypto. That is correct. So it is an income once you convert it. I think that's only when you convert it to dollars. I'm not sure though. I gotta check on it. I don't have enough to worry about it. I don't have thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or like the NFT guy that got like 69 million for his digital artwork through the NFTs. Yeah, Qui-Gon's right. Only FTA cash out. There you go. So my big thing is I don't even know where to start. Like what companies do you invest in nowadays? Like I can't invest. Well, I could because it's fake money. They give you virtual $200,000 to invest in. Who? I love that their virtual money is like 200 grand. It's like, here's 200,000 to see how you do. Who has 200 grand to just throw around? I don't have that, people. No. Want to know the easiest way to make money? Sure. What's the easiest way to make money, Qui-Gon? It's definitely not streaming. So the question for the group is, what are some companies you like? I'm not even talking like stocks. I'm talking, what companies do you like? You know what I'm saying? Like let's see if I can find a way. I still haven't exactly figured out how to do all this stuff. So UNFI, I need to look up UNFI. Do I just type that in here? Yes, United Natural Foods. Haha. Easiest way to make money is copy someone else's trades. True story. That's why I like that group, because I always feel like when somebody says to buy there, you should immediately buy. Now, granted, they're also looking at their income, so they're wary. Now, this is a very progressive group, so they all were like super into Biden, but they're like, there's going to be a tax raising happening, so be ready to like adjust. No worries, Ethereal. That's just me making fun of myself, because I'm gonna have to like do something, but it just makes me laugh that I stream a lot. Anyways, UNFI, that's what I'm looking for. How do I search? So I typed it in, and that's what it's trading at. There we go. So it's down $2.40. Biz ask, okay, size 25, volume open, high is at 41, low is at 36, it opened at 39. So it's down for the day. But they did just sign a new contract with Whole Foods. So that's apparently going to be a pretty big deal. Now, why they're down after that, I don't know. But I think what I can do here, yes, I want to do a buy. Okay, here we go. This is a simulation, not a real trade. Thank God, because I have no money in this account. Awesome. So I want to buy stock. Let's see. So I want to buy, don't want percentage. I want to, so they have 3 different ways to buy. You can buy like how many shares, the percentage of your, account, or then the amount. So like, let's say since I've got like $200,000, I buy $1,000. I agree, Ethereal. So that's one of the reasons I'm thinking of UNFI. UNFI is a natural food producer, and they supply a lot of foods to Whole Foods. And I think Whole Foods, again, going back to Amazon, it's fucking Amazon. They didn't used to be, but they are now. I feel like that's where I would want to go. Build back better. Food, medicine, vaccine. Although, it depends on the medical. Because I used to work in medical, and there are a lot of companies that I'm like, nah, you actually suck. So what I have to do is figure out how to actually make the buy right now. Boo, boo, boo. Let's see. Single order. Gosh, there's so much to learn here, y'all. Oh my god. Google. I would have bought Google a lot back in the day, back when they still had that corporate policy of don't be evil. I wish they hadn't take that out. I get that it's kind of hard to define evil, but I liked it. So the price is 60. I want the market. Yes. And then how do I actually buy? Now what do I do? I should have really taken the time to learn how to use this before I got on stream, but I really just opened this up like a little bit before we started. Qui-Gon, I've heard of that, where you can just buy. I'm a little wary about that in general, especially in the crypto market, because there's a lot of pump and dump going on. Well, just in general. I would hate to get caught up in a pump and dump. But I don't know. How do I actually do the buy? Confirm and send. Right click. Here we go. So I'm going to do a virtual buy of $1,000 of UNFI. Confirm and send. For amount, quantity, link, orders, a single account must be selected. Come on. It's a freaking... How do I do that? Help me. I thought account. Oh, total, all accounts. Okay. I don't know the difference. This is a simulation, not a real trade. This order is based on dollar amount selecting price security at the time the order is read in the market. The market order's price continues quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Cost of trade, incoming commissions. 998, buying power effect. Power stock. Send. Okay. So I finally figured it out. Kind of. I'm not sure the difference because it's apparently two different accounts. There's a margin account and then an IRA. I'm assuming the IRA is going to be retirement. You know. Man, some marijuana stocks are going through the roof. But yeah, I do believe that there's going to be a little bit of a pump and dump going on with that. But now what's another, let's see, clean energy. That's the thing I don't know. Like, what are some good clean energy stocks? Like, clean energy stocks. Like, that's the thing with my retirement thing. You know, I said that like every month I put a little bit into a retirement thing. It's like a market fund kind of thing. Mutual fund. And I really want it to be like progressive values, but there's a lot of oil and gas stuff in there. I'm like, is there any way to not do that? And he's like, no, we don't really have programs like that. And he's like, why not? Why do you not have the ability to do that? So yeah. Let's see. There's some stuff on here. Investopedia. Top alternative stocks. Canadian Solar, SunPower, you know. Well, SunPower sounds interesting. General Electric, interesting. I saw that Volkswagen was actually doubling down on their battery production for their cars. They're investing a metric ton of money because they're eventually going to turn their entire fleet electric, which most car companies will do. Ford is doing that as well, but U.S. companies are fighting against it. Why? It's going to happen. Don't fight. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Stop being stupid. Okay, let's see. SunPower. We're just going to do SunPower, which is SPWR. SunPower Corp. There's A and B. I don't know. SPRA. Okay, B. No options. Well, then I'm not going to do that, SunPower. If you're going to be that difficult, then I'm just not going to do it. What if we do, what's another one we could do here? Canadian Solar. Let's see what that one does. CSIQ. CSIQ. Ta-da! Hey! Found some CSIQ stuff. Here we go. BlackRock has clean energy? Interesting. Twitch keeps pausing my stream. Twitch! Stop pausing my stream. Okay, let's see. It's last at 44. Okay. It's pretty stable. Lows at 43, highs at 45. So, I mean, it's not, you know, it's not crazy. Let's do a buy. Let's do a buy, y'all. Aha. And let's see. I don't know the order types. We're just going to go with the market price of the day. And we're going to say the amount I want to spend. So we're going to do $1,000 again. $1,000. Boom. Confirm and send. Blah, blah, blah. Don't know what the buying power... I don't know what any of this stuff means. They have tutorials online as well. I should really take those. Because, you know, reasons. Anyways. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw some money, fake money in there. And we're going to see if I can make any money off of it. Will that convince me to at some point invest in actual stocks? Probably not, because I don't have the money to do it. I'm raising a child here. So. But... that's what I'm going to do. And like I said, we're going to call it Mark's Fake Money. I should have a theme song that goes with that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right, next time I do this, I'm going to remake this little thing, and it's going to be like ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay. All right, I'm going to call it a day, guys. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. It's almost 10 o'clock. I've been on for 2 hours almost, so I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. If you have a company you like, shoot me a note on Twitter and say like, hey, put this in your Mark's Fake Money account. I'll be like, all right, I'll do that. I can do that. I can totally do that. Psh, totally do that. And we will see how it goes at that point. GameStop. I am not investing in GameStop. I can tell you that right now. Ethereal. Teach me real quick. What's the difference between a market and a limit? Companies are all bad. I can't deny that most companies are bad. I'm not going to say they're all bad. There are a lot of good companies out there. But I can't deny that there are a lot of bad companies too. Toys R Us has just been sold again. They just recently closed all their brick and mortar in the U.S. They still have some overseas and their online availability, but they did just get some other stuff open. Minimum sets a minimum price, so you will buy it. Oh, I see. So you're saying market, they would wait on the actual order to go through until a certain price. Is that how that works? All right. Anyways, I'm going to call it. I'm going to learn some more about this. If you guys have any advice or anything, let me know. Ethereal, seems like you've got some background in this as well. Let me know what you think. And we'll see how it goes. And we'll just check in. Once a week, we'll just check in and see Mark's Fake Money and see what happens on that. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Always appreciate it. You guys are wonderful as always to chat with. Remember, as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.